Hey guys, it's Phoenix. Now I'm in survival mode and there's a husk in front of me at the moment who clearly has a clean line of sight and his pathway is unobstructed, yet he is unable to get to me. Now, to understand this dynamic, I will show you a comment from a viewer of mine who posted in one of my latest videos a few days ago. This is the function of invisible blocks in Minecraft 1.13. It uses the debug stick but is incredibly easy to set up for yourself to obtain. Anyone can do it, and it creates some very unusual and unique and novel results. Now, I do apologize in advance about my voice. It is not where it needs to be at the moment. I have fallen sick. Unfortunately, a couple of days ago, some of you guys pointed that out in my video. It's not that bad. It's just that my voice is a little bit shaky at the moment. Okay, so how do we actually obtain these invisible blocks? Around this zombie or this husk are invisible blocks. So if I place one cobblestone wall here, you can see that there is in fact an invisible cobblestone wall right in front of this husk. Okay, so let's delete this and let's switch this back to invisible mode, like so. And that's exactly how you do it. So if I go and have a look at the surrounding environment of this husk, around this perimeter here are all invisible blocks, which is why this husk cannot pathfind through the blocks because it's in the way. Okay, so first of all, how do you actually get these invisible blocks? You have to place down a cobblestone wall and then use the debug stick, which is /give @p debug stick. Give yourself a debug stick in creative mode and switch over to the up property and right click, and immediately it disappears. However, all that disappears is the hitbox. The zombie or any mob will actually know that there's a block there, but will still try and pass through it. And because there is no hitbox, the mob can actually pass through. The only way to prevent mobs from passing through is to create a setup, which I'll show you guys in a moment. Now, this also works for cobblestone walls in the air. So you can simply go back to the up property and right click it, and it's gone. And to update this one, you can see you can't place the block here. To update it, simply do that. Now, the up property is basically the property when it's connected to other blocks. And so if I modify it now, you can see it's simply pushing the block up. And that's basically what it is. So without the connecting or adjacent blocks, it's simply going to disappear and become invisible. So it's really important for you to mark out the location of these. I've learned it the hard way. I summoned a creeper and it blew it up. And basically all these walls ended up being invisible. There are probably still some other walls here that I haven't located, but the only way to locate them is by just randomly spamming blocks around or backtracking to a lower update which did not have this debug stick capacity. Okay, so back over here, this husk can actually pathfind its way through these blocks. Believe it or not, even though it's impossible and the zombie doesn't actually, or he can't actually walk through them right now, the zombie will still try to walk through it. That's the difference here. And as soon as it tries and it succeeds, it will know and immediately do the same thing over and over again. So it's a matter of actual knowledge. As soon as it can pass through, it will pass through. You can see the zombie is still trying to get through it. So what I'm going to do is simply remove these, like so. I'm not going to remove those, it's totally fine. Survival mode, and immediately the husk will successfully pass through these blocks. I don't want to get hunger. Okay, so this arrangement is not going to work. So the problem with this is you've got gaps here that the zombie can still look through. The only way to successfully prevent a zombie from escaping through this cage or outside of this cage is simply by doing this arrangement here. This is not going to work. This is really difficult. So you need this sort of arrangement where you've got a wall zigzagging vertically. This prevents the zombie from getting through because there's now a height difference. There is a height physical barrier or physical impossibility. And you get the idea now. So basically the zombie can't go through diagonally, and you can see there's basically no way or no chance for me to even get through this tiny gap here, which is now absent from this arrangement. So by simply getting rid of these, the zombie, while will know that I'm through the gate, he can't pass through. So basically that is the application that I think is the best way to examine or evince the potential of these invisible blocks. I hope this is not going to get fixed, because I think it's going to add another dimension to Minecraft. Invisible blocks, you can define it in many ways. You can think about barriers, structure voids, but he has no hitbox, so that's the only difference. So thank you all for watching. Hopefully this helped you out. I do apologize about my voice. I hope it gets better in a couple days. It's not that bad. I can still talk, but I know it's not the best that it could be. Subscribe for more creative content and news updates. Thank you for this suggestion. It's amazing. Take care.